Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood loss on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet that day on the bridge. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you, wagging your finger at me as though you're some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Man, if this is... Okay, if this is the younger judge, then he's got some spunk. If this is Canadian judge, then Canadian judge has some spunk. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay now. Listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me, and get ready. Summary of the incident. Witness testimony. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge and was designated at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to get away. Mr. Falls was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Why would he drive? Would he have to drive through a police checkpoint? Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling, it's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner here. Ha, you got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Okay, so what do we got? I don't think there's any penalties if I press right now, hopefully. So if I want to press, I'll press. I'll take the risk. Okay, on the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. So I want to know who the unknown person is, actually, so I want to press right away. This is very important. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called, Sergeant Hawthorne, was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top-secret memo that she left on her desk. Okay, I want to read this. Let me read this. Confidential police materials written by the victim. Touch check for details. Falls 4:30 at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. White scarf. Okay, keep in mind of that. February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Wait. Dahlia? Have I heard that name before? I don't know if I've heard that name before. Was that Phoenix's old girlfriend? No, that's something else, wasn't it? So why am I checking this? Okay, anything else? Oh, yeah, wait, I gotta look at this. Diego Armando, a hotshot lawyer, my senior and rival at the office, a bit smug. Well, Edgeworth looks like really, just like, I don't know, he's just very serious, That's a good way to explain it. Dubbed a genius as soon as he started as a prosecutor, today is his court debut. Homicide detective in charge of the initial investigation, still new to his position. Okay, According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Ha, looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's the detective's fault. He's the one who said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said that way because the prosecutor told me to do it. That was a trap. Shit. Well, whatever, we got evidence out of it. It can't be that bad. Hopefully. With that cute face... Cute face? I mean, it is Edgy Boy, so... With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Huh. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time with Mr. Falls. Okay. So first of all, do we have a picture? We don't have a picture of the crime, crap. Let me just read this. Okay, 4:30 at that bridge. Time of death was between 4 and 5 p.m. Stabbed in the back. What else? Talk to Dahlia, name. Okay, don't have anything on that right now currently. 4:30. Wear the white scarf for identification. Sergeant Hawthorne and was designated time and met with Mr. Falls. I think I'm just gonna keep pressing. I don't think I have anything. Just keep pressing through this, I guess, for now. A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant. That's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne was arrested and handcuffed by Mr. Falls. Or handcuffed to Mr. Falls, not by Mr. Falls. Returning to the scene of a crime. How nostalgic. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Okay, any details on the brutal murder other than the report? Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within an hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move. We've got you surrounded." Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? Location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Huh. If that's what had happened, she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. She didn't mention it to anyone. Criminal stuffed her buddy in the... Mr. Falls had a car then. Well, the bridge was way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting in a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Ooh, photo. Oh dear. So no blood. Missing white scarf. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. She's dead. Of course she's comfortable. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy about the trunk in the car? The trunk of the car. Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway? Is it asking me if I do? What? Is it... Maybe... Do we have to... Wait. Oh... Is that what it's hinting at? Just the scarf, I guess? Maybe? I'm thinking the scarf. So that was in the letter, correct? White scarf. I don't see a white scarf, so maybe it's this. It's a weird way to do this. Kind of throwing me off a little bit. Witness. Da-da-da. What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Huh. Say there, good little kitten. Want a little piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said there was nothing in particular strange, nothing peculiarly strange about it. Okay, sometimes I wish I could speak like a normal human being. Is that correct? Nothing peculiar strange about it. Peculiarly? Never mind. I'm gonna stop trying to pronounce things like a person that should. Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? It very clearly says, wear the white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where's the white scarf? Why can't I seem to find it in this photo? Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there. You should have looked for it. Arg, I guess. It's more correct. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? Semantics. I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you were searching for so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance? Where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first, and decided to conduct my own investigation. Wait, isn't he... Then, is he withholding that? Can't that technically not be used as evidence? Since they don't know about it? The police force doesn't know about it? So it can't technically be used as evidence. Or can it? Or did he get approved? Maybe he just got it approved on the side and Detective Gumshoe didn't know about it. Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all the pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. Huh. That hotshot sure has flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white, as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. So now we know it was raining, though. That's good to keep in mind, just in case they try to do anything with that. Worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge. And it was raining. Drizzling. Not raining, drizzling. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you. Isn't it, Miss Bay? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now, if we're done with the mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear it all about it. Ah, everything is moving at his whim. Yeah, man, Edgeworth is quite the formidable opponent. Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Events on Dusky Bridge, witness testimony. Okay. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. Oh, there is? Oh, a photograph of the crime scene. This photo accidentally taken by the witness. Was accidentally taken by the witness. Accidentally? What do you mean accidentally? That's a good picture to be. How do you take a picture accidentally? Like, come on, I've taken pictures before. You can't take a picture accidentally, and if you took a picture, well, okay, more correctly. If you took a picture accidentally, it would look like crap. That's a very steady picture, pointed at a singular direction, and it's steady. So yeah, that's an adorable picture right there. That's not accidentally. It shows her wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that the bridge is up, very high up. It is about a 40-feet drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Aha, a potential witness. So, why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have the photo, we see no reason to compel her to testify. Maybe it... Wait, that'd be really weird, so maybe it is Phoenix's old girlfriend. That'd be... Dahlia, I think that was her name, so that's probably her. Oh man, this is getting weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Neither am I. I want to take a look at that photo again. I feel like it's most definitely going to be important. Wait, seems to be have been taken by the witness. Okay, what feels odd about this? Does anything feel odd about this? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's weird. Wait a second. That's really weird. Yeah, what? Like, okay. So the photo's taken from, like, here, I'm thinking. Right? Like, right here? So, if we look here, how is she over there? Okay, there's a tree there. And how is he over here? Because that would mean, that he is on the left side of the bridge, and she is coming from the broken side of the bridge. And they were there to meet at 4:30, so you would assume he would be there first. Possibly? Maybe I'm overthinking this. That's just weird. I'm assuming this is being taken from the little cliff edge right next to Eagle River, like that sort of area.